but he doesn't want it. Good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you're watching from. My name is Tim Baghurst, joined for this match by Carrie Whitemeyer.
Reitmeyer, one of those.
It's a doubles matchup, 21 and under, and it's going to be a fun one. This is a round-robin format. Gleason and Schultz in the back. Gleason on the left, Schultz on the right, lefty-righty combo, taking on Shea on the right and Thakur on the left. I think this is going to be wild and crazy, Carrie.
Well, and that's why I said I'm staying on. You know, it's been fun, and I tell you, with those of you that have been with us for a couple hours, Shea just got done playing a singles match. So, you know, you feel like at this age,
that
just
matter.
means right. He's just nice and warmed up. Exactly. So I'm looking forward to this. We just talked about that too. Doubles is just I can't get enough of it. And start out with a ace serve.
Well, both of these teams were undefeated in the first round. Shea and Thakur had a bit of a tough match, coming through 11-1 in the tiebreaker against Barbaros and Akins. That was a tough match. It was a good match too, whereas Gleason and Schultz much more comfortable over Rodriguez, and Rodriguez 3-2.
Yeah, and well, we're going to see a side out here too, but I was going to just point out that it was two ace serves that got Shea and Thakur their 2 points. Nice shot there, yeah.
Schultz has definitely improved over the last couple years, emerging as a solid player in this division.
Yeah, he's traveled to Nebraska a couple times and played in our tournaments. And Andrew, of course, is a neighbor from Iowa, so I've been watching him play. I'm just going to throw out 12 years old. It probably wasn't any younger, but somewhere in that 12 or 13.
That's a smart shot down the right side.
Forcing Schultz to take one more step away so he can have that shot.
And for me, Carrie, if I'm Thakur and Shea, I'm pushing balls down this right side to Schultz, who's doesn't have the same resume as his partner there, as you could see Gleason.
Yeah, Andrew's been a strong, you know, he's obviously under 21, so he's had a strong career of racquetball. Plays a nice game, and I don't know if you noticed, but he's a little more svelte this weekend. He told me he's been running. He's going to run a 100-mile trail run coming up here.
Wow.
Yeah, right?
I'll pass on that. Thanks for the offer.
Don't you always just say, is someone chasing you? Why are you running? But, yeah, I definitely can see it in his physique. I haven't gotten to watch him play more than just a couple points, so I'm not sure how it's translating into racquetball. But
long-distance running, it can. It's not as effective as, you know, high-intensity training.
Interesting choice of that serve down the middle.
And that's what Shea needs to do. Straight down the lines, I think. The reverse pinches over to the right side. And look at this, Gleason already coming over to take that ball.
Yeah, we had that 10 seconds, so it's not going to count. Going for a second serve here.
Was that short?
Double fault.
Oh, goodness me.
Goodness me, I love that. Yeah, that's tough. We never, ever want to see those.
We're at 3-3.
That's tough.
Well, the serve came off the back wall.
It did. Still have to execute it. And again, racket prep, footwork right. That was nice.
It's clean from Gleason. One of the things that you mentioned about Schultz is you said he'd played a couple of tournaments in Nebraska. And I think that's partly how you get better, is playing in a number of tournaments and getting that match practice against different players. Some of these players, for example, they haven't played since junior nationals last year.
Right.
So you're coming in very rusty. I mean, yes, you may be playing in your club, but you're playing your friends. The environment's different. The pressure's different. You have to get in those tournaments. And even in Guatemala last year, we had a team meeting with the parents at the end of the tournament, and the discussion was, you need to allow, to encourage, to require your junior players to play more tournaments,
right,
because the intensity cannot be matched in practice.
That also then, and maybe you knew or didn't know, but Andrew has not been playing a lot of racquetball. He is a high school graduate. He goes to school full-time, has a full-time job, and the job happens to be on weekends. So for him to play, I think they said his schedule is like 6 weeks out. So he needs to know about a tournament and then can take it off and come and play. And he's drilling some, and I think playing with a few people out in Iowa. But again, like you said, it's just not the same. That's a smart shot.
It was down
Same
the right
thing.
side,
Yep.
Schultz.
It pushed Shea over just that little half a step more, gave him the line he needed to get it past him. Confirming the score there at 5-4. Good pickup.
Nice shot.
Nice put away. My little guy just reminded me too. I've got supper duty tonight, so Lucas and I will be serving everybody when the meal gets here. We got about an hour, I think, before then. So I don't know what's on the menu, and I kind of help plan it. I just don't remember what it is.
Some clean hitting from Gleason. Both of these teams feeling each other out. Mike Kinkin of Team Dovetail wanders down below us.
And how did you know he was down there? It's the bright orange.
Blinded by his sweatshirt. Big thank you to Team Dovetail as the title sponsor for this event.
You know what's cool? I've gotten to know.
Interesting shot.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yep, that's right. I've gotten to know him. We've actually played some mixed doubles together at the U.S. Open, and I think there was another tournament. But gotten to know him just because we have similar desires, and it's just unique in just how much he really cares about the sport, cares about the players. Are you loving that shot?
No, I'm just laughing at you.
What'd I say?
I'll tell you later.
Oh, no. What'd I say? Do I have to go back and listen? But, yeah, we appreciate him and what he does for the sport for sure.
I think that was called a skip.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What?
It looked good from here.
I thought so, too.
Yeah, skip was called. JT shrugs his head. Wow, look at
what
that.
What an
from
athletic
Gleason.
get, yeah. Oh, and another good pickup. Oh,
Wow.
Not going to get that one.
Gleason is just crushing the ball on the left side. And again, my suggestion would be go down the right side.
Opportunity to, oh, yeah, I probably wouldn't have chosen that either. Skip. Skip ball.
A lot of overswinging at the moment. 7 serving 5, Gleason Schultz lead.
That's what is nice when you get to my age. You can't overswing. It's not there anymore.
I never could.
I really can't either. I don't remember that being a thing.
You have a coach tell you to hit it harder. What do you mean? I'm trying.
And I didn't, suppose you looked. I see there's no seedings there, and I know this is a round robin as well, correct?
It is.
So did they seed them, or? I wasn't sure. I don't see any on the screen. Okay, yeah.
Doesn't mean the seedings are mean anything, but Gleason and Schultz are the 1 seeds.
Okay.
Dunn and Saraceno 2 seeds. They're currently undefeated. Shea and Thakur 3 seeds. Barbaras and Aikens 4th. Ellis and Castaneda.
Oh.
Good team as well. They're 5th, and then 6th team are Rodriguez and Rodriguez.
Well, it ended up.
Schultz with the skip.
Yeah. And before that, Andrew had a clear shot on the left-hand side to everybody was over on the right, and he chose to go over to the right. That would have given them another point. So you say 1 seed playing the 3 seed. That's what we got.
Ooh, Gleason gets all tight. I think that's a safety hold-up. That's a good move from Thakur. Maybe he wanted to go into the sidewall. Don't want to take out an opponent.
Just a replay. Oh, that clipped the front wall. I did not think that was going to get there. A lot of good handwork up in the front. Quick rackets. Oh, and then.
Yeah, just some wild swinging throughout that rally. And I just want somebody to hit a ball straight down the line.
Right, that's
just
all.
one.
That's all. That's all we're looking for.
That's better.
Yeah.
Wasn't perfect, but good enough. But again, Carrie, I say this right side is more open than the left. How many times has Gleason hit a missed shot, a skip? We're not seeing it very much. It is his forehand after all. Okay, but he was way out of position that time because he was taking over from Schultz on the right side. That opened up the front left.
Yep.
It's a good serve. A broken ball.
Oh.
I wondered why it didn't come off.
Right. Yeah, we've been at 8-5 here for
a little while.
Yeah, a couple ins and outs.
A lot of these players playing 3 divisions, mixed singles and doubles. As young as they are, it still affects fatigue. We know it affects us a little bit more than they, but even just that, the little quick feet, the movement, the recovery for that next ball is all impacted over the course of 2-3 hours of playing.
And I'll tell you, sometimes they don't realize it. They're like, I'm not tired, I'm not tired, but you are.
Yeah.
You're not bending your knees as much. Your racket isn't quite prepped as well as it should be. Your follow through isn't. You are.
You're more tired the next day.
I mean, sure.
Because you didn't fuel right. You didn't sleep properly. You did what teenagers do.
Defensive shot by Andrew. Just now he'll get an offensive opportunity.
And he's doing the right things. Straight down the line with power, control. And for me, the Shea, Thakur need to put balls down the right side. I think Schultz and Gleason need to put them down the left.
So easy from up here.
It is.
I'm a really good racquetball player from up here.
No, I said that's what they need to do, not what I could do.
What do you call him there?
That's a replay.
I would agree. Yeah, I mean, just the way he was set up and the ball coming across his body, and there wasn't a lot of argument, so that's all good. But that was nice. Nice, strong backhand by Andrew that ends up cracking out, and now we're off of 8-5 up to 9-5. All right, let's see if somebody can put this away here. Oh, nice backup.
And the points are being won on the left side, and here comes Thakur taking a timeout. It's 10-5. Before we go to a commercial, quick shout out to Curtis Cullen. He's a junior coach in Canada watching on.
Oh, nice.
Thanks, Curtis, and we'll be back in just a minute.
WIS Inventory Solutions, speed, accuracy, technology. The Reaching Your Dream Foundation continues to support the future of racquetball by helping younger players grow both on and off the court.
We're back. Here we are. Watching a great doubles match if you're just joining us. We were stuck at 8-5 for quite a while, and now Gleason and Schultz are pulling away just a little, but I don't suspect, suspect it's going to be, over anytime soon.
Well, it's a game of runs in doubles, especially when both players have an opportunity to win points. So if Shea can win a couple here, Thakur can win a couple, all of a sudden it's a real tight game. Balls have to be put away, though. And Thakur, for me, on the left, is the one who's breaking down the most. He's the one who's made the unforced errors. And if I'm Shea, hey, no need to go for bottom board. Just pass the ball wide angle into this right side. No need to be a hero.
Yeah, and you talk about overswinging, Andrew. Last two shots there, too, were probably swinging a little harder than he needed to, and then that one.
Yeah, Gleason's in his happy space right now. The balls are coming to him rather than he having to chase the ball, and they're playing very well, Schultz and Gleason. Schultz is doing his job. He's not the one hitting the winners, but he's not making the mistakes either.
And these two have played together before. And again, do we know if Shea and Thakur have teamed up before? Oh, guess what's going to happen?
You need to ask JT.
JT's going to Google that stuff real quick and let us know.
Oh, that's a nice winner from Thakur. So 5 serving 10, no points earned.
That's lob serve down the middle has been the majority of his serves. Did he pick that?
He did. That was a nice shot.
Yep.
Yeah, so with this lob serve, what I don't like about the lob serve is it's straight. What I'd like to see him do is hit into that pen.
Yeah, yep.
Then the ball drifts to the right side. And it makes it more awkward for the left-handed player. Yours truly being a left-handed player.
Are you?
Yeah, not fun when that ball comes across your body instead of allowing yourself to turn sideways and just line up for it.
I can picture that.
Tough shot.
Oh, very tough. Puts them back in the service box, the scoring box.
And for Shea, before the match started, was hitting this a little lob down the right side that just slid down the right side, and it was perfect. I'd like to see him try it against Schultz.
That's a nice pickup. That's tough. That is tough.
Yeah, just bait Schultz into shooting.
Oh, miscommunication, do you think, or just kind of?
Yeah, take another look at this.
Okay, didn't know if he.
Yeah, just nobody spoke to the other.
Well, that's a goofy shot.
That's not. Great pickup from Shea.
Oh, I thought when he let that go, he just wasn't going to be enough to come off the back wall.
So 6 serving 11.
Little contact there, but, you know, everybody plays through it.
Definitely some overswinging from Shea. Schultz, not so much, puts it away.
No, that was a nice shot.
Oh, excellent serve. Watch how Schultz just gets really jammed up on this one. Gleason may think about trying to take that. Yeah, you can see he's drifting over.
They heard you again.
Yeah, but the problem, I'm not a big fan of that Z serve because it's not really working the way that Shea wants it. It's allowing Schultz to really step in and attack it, placing them on the defense. I really want to see him hit that little slider straight down the wallpaper serve down the right side. Maybe he gets a defensive return instead of something offensive. Timeout on the court, taken by Gleason and Schultz. We're taking a timeout too.
And he, okay.
We're back. It's 11-5, just like that. They really did take a 30-second timeout. And Shea, splat winner, half out. Well, whatever Fran Davis said during that timeout didn't work in the favor of Gleason and Schultz. That's a perfect wide angle. Take another look at this. Catching Schultz far too far forward. Paid the price.
And as promised, JT came through. I, again, had known that Andrew and Schultz have played several tournaments together. It looks like 5 of them. But the other 2 have not played doubles together before. They've played against each other in singles, but have not teamed up as doubles.
And so you can see some of that, right? We saw the miscommunication earlier where both players left it for another player. Gleason and Schultz, players want to skip. Ref calls good. Gleason and Schultz have played 2 tournaments just this spring together. Makes a big difference.
It does. And it's also, you know, there's a chemistry in doubles that two people can have with 2 different people, but not have with each other either.
And doubles is a completely different game because you have to have that chemistry. And Two phenomenal singles players can be terrible doubles players together.
Just trying to reset here. A couple, all three of them now. I've tried to find something a little better to swing at. Andrew will take a shot here, and
Ended up. Again, I go back to you don't need to do that. Just hit the wide angle. No need to be perfect.
It's funny, just a little side note, I've taken that word out of training with Lucas. There's different times that he'll work on something, makes great improvements. And for a while, I'm like, that's perfect. And then I thought, but it's not. And we're going to take that word out because we can always do something a little better, a little stronger, a little lower. So and he'll correct me now. It's kind of fun because he'll go, no, don't say perfect. No, it's not. And that was not good either.
Well, we saw an avoidable hinder given, and Shea didn't like it. And so as a consequence, he then tries to overswing. And now he's lost 2 quick points, or 2 rallies, I should say.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier, and it's hard. We all know as adults, too. It's hard to let that go, but the more we can teach you that every call's not going to be perfect, none of us are perfect, soon you can kind of move on. And
okay, I just want to pause there. Take a look at this replay. This is what I'm looking for from Thakur. Look at this wide angle. Schultz is coming up deep. Gleason's the one playing back. And so Schultz is covering those pinches, so you've got to go to him sideways at the basically where he stands to get the serve. And that will pin him. And then it will force him backwards, then the pinch will open.
Yeah, and just like that, we've got a 2-point game.
Yeah, no points earned by Gleason and Schultz on those last 2 serves. Oh. I mean, if you count the number of skips coming from the left side of Thakur, that's the difference in this match right now. That's a nice shot from Shea.
I thought Andrew was going to pick that up. He was in the right spot, but just was too good.
I'd be curious to see how Shea and Thakur played if they switch sides.
And this being the first game, maybe we'll see that the second game.
Oh, great. Clever disguise. A little flick of the wrist from Thakur. Yeah, I don't think we will just because it's so close. But Shea is going to be the more complete player because of his singles success, which probably implies his backhand is a little more solid. Clearly, they talked about something before the match and played yesterday. But with the number of unforced errors coming down the left side, wow, tough
way
shot.
to finish it. And I was going to point out there, too, and you might get to see it here, some nice, nope, it was before that, but Thakur had some nice footwork, too. Nice little small shuffle steps, getting him into position, being allowed to shoot the ball then instead of having to just punch it back up there.
Well, Gleason and Schultz took the timeout and went on a little run, 3 points in a row. It's now it's now Gleason. I got it backwards. Oh, my goodness. Shea and Thakur took the timeout early. Now it's Gleason and Schultz's turn. Let's see if they can get back in the service box. It's 13-12.
Longball LLC sells gearbox equipment. 100% of the net proceeds from sales used to help provide our juniors and collegiate club players with equipment to compete, as well as entry fees for local, state, and national tournaments, as well as attendance at events like USA Racquetball Junior Championships.
We're back again.
Make it sound like some kind of creepy movie.
Is it? We're back. Yeah, but we've seen an interesting turnaround. I believe it was 7-12 or 7-11. And
well, and then it was 10-12, and now it's 13-12.
yeah.
Again, not particularly, not a fan of that Z serve. It's Schultz is all over it. And as a consequence, look at that. The timeout worked. They're back in the service box.
Yep. They need to convert here, though, for sure. Oh. Interesting little setup for Schultz. Did you see that? Maybe he just misstepped, but otherwise it was an interesting serve prep.
Schultz, hailing from Ocala, Florida, about 3 hours away from where I live. Should be a replay. Shea doesn't like it.
You think he thinks it was ungettable?
Oh my gosh, they gave it. They said Schultz couldn't get that ball.
That's not a very good call.
Bold statement from Gary Reitmeyer.
Right? You heard it here.
Yeah, I
completely disagree.
I agree with you, but that's part of juniors. That's part of juniors. You're going to have referees, and what did I say? I don't know if it was this match or earlier. Assume you're going to have one or two calls that are wrong. Just build it into your game set because you probably will.
Unfortunately, that was kind of way wrong. It's hard to talk through that one, but yeah, just got to move on.
One of the things we haven't said over the last 10 minutes is Gleason. He's gone quiet.
Good point. And yeah, I never love that. I never love that shot.
A lot of these shots I'm not liking. It should be a replay. There's nothing else.
I hope so.
Honestly, I would have liked Thakur to go up there and just win the point.
It's a good shot by Andrew, but
skip. Well, we said Gleason.
Yeah, twice there. Good shot and then a skip. Same guy.
Game point. Turnaround for Shea and Thakur.
Okay.
Not yet.
No.
Notice that Thakur went away from that lob through the middle. Went to the try serve. Gleason more than ready for it.
It's a tough serve.
And jamming.
Yep.
Schultz, again, I talked about this. Schultz goes very far forward, right? He was anticipating a great pinch from Shea. Just stay home, play smart racquetball, and if he had, he would have been able to pick that ball up. So, first game goes to Shea and Thakur. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Gleason and Schultz have work to do.
"15 minutes of racquetball practice before you play isn't going to get you better results. Join our 45-minute drill sessions once a week, and in 3 months, you will be a better racquetball player guaranteed."
Dropping hits, let's get warmed up.
Nebraska State Racquetball Association, made up of these 5 sponsors: Dave Anderson, Brian Goracki, Dan Muths, Charlie Pluskotch, and Carrie and Greg Reitmeyer, is proud to promote racquetball in Nebraska and across the country. Good luck to all of the junior participants. WIS Inventory Solutions, Speed, Accuracy, Technology. The Reaching Your Dream Foundation continues to support the future of racquetball by helping younger players grow both on and off the court. Longball LLC sells gearbox equipment. 100% of the net proceeds from sales used to help provide our juniors and collegiate club players with equipment to compete, as well as entry fees for local, state, and national tournaments, as well as attendance at events like USA Racquetball Junior Championships.
We're back, everybody. Tim Baghurst, Carrie Reitmeyer. Carrie, it's been fun watching these juniors. I particularly enjoy it because not only are we watching the next gen.
Why? Okay. Sorry.
We need you on food duty.
I'm at 5:45 on food.
No, food's here at 5.
Yeah, he's working till 5. I don't care.
Or-
Brian's
Okay.
working till 5:45, then he has
Okay.
to go play
All right.
with somebody.
Okay.
But whatever
All
you're
right.
asking.
Well,
I
no,
don't-
go ahead.
I was like,
That's
I
fine.
don't- he was
That's
asking me a
fine.
question.
We were just finding out whether we were having a switching commentators, but we're not.
Yeah, sorry.
We start serving food at 5, so.
Right. And he has to leave at 5:45, he said.
If I can find it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You can lunch.
All right,
I'll try to find it.
Okay. Yeah.
A change in shirt for Shea, so green on the right side against green on the right side.
Hey, I'm back.
Welcome back, Carrie.
Sorry, I was being requested at another area. And
You're so popular.
oh, I don't know that that's it. What'd I miss?
Just a point for Shea and Thakur.
How'd they get it?
Honestly, I was watching your drama.
Sorry.
It was
It wasn't
highly
drama.
entertaining off court.
Funny. Food's here, and we just got to make sure our players get fed. So
Good start from Shea and Thakur. And this happens a lot. They're playing through. Schultz. Oh my goodness. Let's take another look at this.
Yeah.
We're going to miss what happened before. But then Gleason getting caught in the middle, trying to go behind his back. And again, I said we haven't talked a lot about Gleason. I'd like to see him get more involved.
And I really thought they would come out of that, come out of that between the games and refigure that out and regroup just a smidge.
Yeah, and
go back to what
Gleason
was working.
winning down the left side. He just actually played Thakur earlier today, losing 11-9 in the tiebreaker. So there's clearly a little something going on down there where Gleason wants some revenge.
Sure.
Why wouldn't you?
And you mentioned that they were chatting a little bit with Miss Fran Davis, so I'm curious what she had to say to them.
Yeah, both. Oh, wow. Jumping off the back wall. A little confusion between Shea and Thakur. They finally get into their spots. Oh, what a touch.
Yeah, there's those quick hands again. Keep your racket flat, and look what happens.
I don't know how he did that. Oh no.
He's
Limping a little bit. It looks like timeout's taken on the court. Let's take a timeout ourselves. We'll be back to find out what's going on.
15 minutes of racquetball practice before you play isn't going to get you better results. Join our 45-minute drill sessions once a week, and in 3 months, you will be a better racquetball player guaranteed.
Dropping hits. Let's get warmed up.
We're back.
Yeah, it looks like
that
Thakur's
better?
okay. We
Instead
are.
of the
We're back.
We're back.
4-0 is the score line. I was just saying at the start of this game how what happens when you win or lose a close first game? The loser of that first game can make too many adjustments. Rather than saying, you know what, we were in this just for 1 or 2 points. We were in this. Let's really not change too much, but 1 or 2 things. There's this, okay, we need to do this, and then you need to do this, and then don't forget to do this, and then we overload with changes, and it actually makes us play worse.
Such a good point. Oh, that was interesting. Because, like you said, they not only were they in it, they were winning it. So clearly what they were doing was working.
Well, Schultz let this one go, and I don't know why.
Andrew doesn't either. Just thinking the same thing. Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Very
that's
nicely
what
done.
I would have expected and hoped for, and glad he was able to execute
Took
that.
it high, though. Made it harder than it needed to be.
I believe he was, or do we get to see that? JT, what's your call? I thought he was out of the box. Yeah, JT's pleading the 5th. It's a split second, so I guess you just, hard to call, but to me it looked like he was out of the box. And in case you didn't know, the rule there is if he was out of the box, they do not get a second serve. If he's in the box, they do.
Ooh, almost took out Schultz. This is definitely a scrappy second game, but put down nicely by Shea with a little off pace. I'd like to see Gleason maybe hit a few more pinches. I know he worked with Winterton for a long time.
He
He's
did.
a classic down the line cross court style coach, but Thakur and Shea aren't really covering the pinch at all. And Schultz actually in the first game got a number of pinches in.
That was too much for him to handle,
Yeah.
kind of a wide angle pinch there. Who was the young girl that came up behind me?
Victoria Rodriguez.
Okay, so that's what I thought, that we just did her match earlier.
Yeah, she's in the semifinal. She won today. We'll be taking on 1 seed Sonia Shetty. Should be a fun match. And again, a little miscommunication in the middle. I want to see Gleason take over, right? Edge a little bit more in front of Schultz. Schultz and Gleason are standing side to side. So then the middle becomes I'm not sure. I'd like to see Gleason edge up so that balls that come through the middle come to him before they come to Schultz. And that's a clean shot.
It is, and that's if he can get himself more of those. Yeah, and they can. Sometimes they have control, just like you were saying. If he would play over just that little bit more, then that becomes a little more open for him. Yeah, that was. Hopefully, it doesn't cost him. 2 in a row.
Yeah,
Andrew Gleason.
I still don't like the shot. I mean, the shot was fine, but it comes back to his opponent. Thakur almost got that back. If you put that into the front left corner, Shea isn't covering it at all. Why would you when your opponent never hits one?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good shot from Schultz.
All right, they're settling in here a little bit.
Carrie, I'm wearing the new USA team junior team apparel.
Oh, the splat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
Courtesy
very
of
nice.
Joe Hall and Splathead, and of course Nike APS, sponsor of USAR.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can turn around, show you the back of my shirt with the eagle.
Oh, now that is cool. That is actually really cool.
I know.
And the jacket, I like the cut of the jacket. Very nice.
Well, when we found out that Joe Hall was making them, I talked to him and I said, look, when we go to World Juniors, which he was there last year, by the way, when we go to World Juniors, I want it to be a situation where all the other teams want to wear our shirt, want to wear our gear. There's a pinch winner from Schultz. Nice shot. And shout out to Joe Hall and Splathead. I think they've done it.
It's great.
I went to some of the others who were there last year today. I was like, what do you think of this? And they were like, well, I'm not trading this.
Nice.
Skip from Thakur left side.
Yeah, and again, here we are, 6-6 new ball game.
5 points in a row.
Just a race to next 9 points. So, and I think that Andrew, I shouldn't say that. Schultz made the last 2 there. So it's been a nice mix to get them back in the lead.
Yeah, they're letting their feet set. Shea and Thakur need to keep them moving. I almost feel like Shea and Thakur want to play kind of that ugly style. Schultz and Gleason want to play classic racquetball. And I think if Shea and, you thought that was hit before the second bounce, right?
Absolutely I did, wasn't it?
I wondered the same.
Thank you for reading that off my face. I'm like, you can't do that. Yeah, I was wondering.
Hey, Carrie, while you're here, look over to the right. I'm going to get a picture of this. This is...
Oh, my gosh. That is way too cute.
We got over on our right, it looks like a 14 doubles taking on a 12 doubles. And Giants against Minnows.
So cute.
This will be fun to watch.
It will be.
Girls doubles. Got to start somewhere, Carrie.
I wish I had started that young.
I was just going to say the same.
Yep.
I wish you had too.
Oh, that was funny. We crack ourselves up. When did you start playing?
28.
28.
Yep.
Were you playing something before, like tennis or squash?
I played sports.
Okay.
Yeah.
But didn't pick up racquetball until 28.
Nope. I went to the University of Arkansas as a grad student. They said, Tim, you're teaching racquetball. I said, what's that? They said, here's a book. Go figure it out. And that's how it started.
It's funny. I started as a senior in high school. They built a brand new YMCA out of our high school's backyard, and our basketball coach always wanted us to cross train. And I tried track, and I tried shot and disc, and I tried hurdles, any of it, and I just didn't like it. Those courts came, and I said, what if me and a couple girls go up there and play racquetball? He said, that's fine. And then I went to college the next year, took it as a class, and same thing. They said, all right, you got 3 credits for taking it. We'll give you 3 more if you teach it. And I earned 3 more credits, and I've been teaching it ever since. That was only a couple years ago, though. Or 38. I don't even know. Yeah, but I do. I wish I had started a little younger. Or even that I had some solid direction. I can teach a backhand really well, just don't watch me hit mine. But that comes from, I've gone to classes and learned how to, let me think of who, I got to see if you know the gal. I got to think of her name now, who the first, I can picture her. She had a book, and she taught racquetball back in the late 80s. I feel like her first name was Connie. Am I thinking of the... Anyway, so.
Schultz diving to get that. I felt like he could have got that, too. I mean, he got his racket on it, but tried to do a little too much and then put it into the floor for a lost rally. 7-7.
Yeah, still knotted up.
Yeah, we all started different ways for different reasons. A lot of juniors start because of their parents, and really highlights the involvement of parents in their kids getting active. I just talked with somebody I've known from, it was my first ever match at Nationals back in 2009. Sathwick Rai. I played him in the first round, and I just saw him today. And he's like, I signed my daughter up for 10 and under doubles.
How cool.
That's how it starts for so many.
Yeah, we have 2 kids, James and Tony, and they started playing when they were 4 and 5 years old. Played tournaments, traveled around all of South Dakota, Minnesota. I think we might even went to North Dakota once. And they both still play. My daughter more than our son. He's out here in California in Hemet. But
8 serving 7. Yeah, I would love to have a long conversation about how we we get more juniors involved. And credit to all the coaches out there really doing junior clinics and programs at often at their own cost. Not sure that's the solution, but I want to shout out to all of you out there who are working with individuals or teams and are helping those players get better as juniors.
And if you're not, I know, we have literally millions of players who love the sport, can't imagine what their life would have been like without playing. I just challenge you to get some kids on the court. They don't have to learn the rules. They don't have to, even so much at the beginning, be worried about. They just let them have success. Hit the front wall. Can you take this ball with this racket and hit the front wall? And let them enjoy that success. And so many of them just love it.
Yeah, Gleason skipped it or hit Schultz maybe with the ball. Not really sure what happened there, but it's 9-7.
A little back and forth here.
Yeah, Carrie back in Stillwater at our YMCA. I started a juniors program, $5 just, per session for the kids. I didn't want to make it, but I didn't want it to be free.
Right.
I don't want to be a babysitter. Parents need to pay something. And I had 7 kids from 5 different countries.
Oh, my.
It was fantastic.
Wow.
10-7. And then the Y closed the courts.
You could have left that part out. Yeah,
don't get me started on that.
Could have left that part out. What we get? Okay, yeah, I know it's a rescue shot, but
some of these shots. Schultz isn't ready for this because
who
when
would
would
be?
You do that? But that's Shea. That's the way he plays. He's very aggressive. 11-7. Reminder, this is round robin, and Gleason says, whatever you can do, I can do too.
And he did.
Yeah, and I like it from Gleason. It was a pinch. A round robin, but these two are undefeated, so this is a big match. Winner of this is going to be in a still in the gold medal spot. It is round robin, so you never know, but a 2-0 win for Shea and Thakur would be an important one for them in a gold medal hunt.
We're having a little discussion here. I believe Shea's ball hit Schultz on he was pointing to it on the calf. I'm not sure how that got to be a side out. I actually thought it skipped, but then they started saying it hit him in the calf. So, that hit his shirt.
So that will be a replay.
Yeah.
It's not surprising we have a few replays with some of the power and shot selection of these 4. Oh, off hit. I'm not sure that's exactly what Thakur was trying to do, but they'll take it. Side out, 11-7.
Yeah, they need 2 quick side outs here, get back in there. And
I think Shea, it was a 2-bouncer, and he called it on himself, which was nice to see. This has been a long match considering it's only 2 games. And Schultz, unforced error.
Yeah.
Schultz and Gleason just having a little conversation. 3 points away. I would be taking this timeout. It's maybe too little, too late.
Again, you can't take them with you, so you might as well. Again, not the shot I would like there either, but.
Oh, goodness. Schultz, again, look at how far, Schultz is pushing up. Gleason is staying deep. Gleason's too deep.
Looks like they're taking that timeout. They heard us again. So.
Well, they heard us a point too late for my liking, and that's one of those things I've talked about this before. Sometimes you think about, should I take a timeout? And if you've thought about it, you should be taking it.
Correct.
Because often we say, you know what, Carrie, let's just go one more point and see what happens. And more often than not, that 1 point makes it a very wide differential for you to then get that ball back or that side out back.
Yeah, they got a little bit of a hill to climb here.
I think it's more than a little now. It's 6 points, right?
Yeah.
You have 3 timeouts in USAR rules. Don't let that point spread go more than 3. 4, very maximum. If somebody's winning 3, 4 points in a row, you've got to stop that momentum. (13-7). Here we go.
Oh.
Well, Schultz got away with one. Down the line was way open, but he went cross court to Thakur and got a gift. The timeout worked, though.
Yep, dig in. Here we go. Let's do everything with purpose.
That's really nice from Shea, right? Clean, down the
off
line.
speed.
Didn't power it.
Yep, little off speed.
Yeah.
If Andrew can get a couple here, that would be good. Obviously. He's up in, again, where it's tough when those work, but he's up in front and they're both behind him and he's a shooter. Just that around the world does not feel like the right. And nobody in Omaha will be surprised to hear me say that about the around the world.
Just a reminder that the winners of doubles automatically qualify for the Junior World Championships. The top 2 in singles automatically qualify. Tough shot from Gleason. Again, the reverse pinch winner. Schultz on the floor, and Shea skipped it.
Whoops. Empty. Interesting.
Schultz got, oh!
My.
What a rally.
Well, that was a nice rally.
Tremendous play from both of those players. Schultz with the diving get, then Shea through the legs for the kill shot. Gleason just smiles. I mean, what can you do? That's a great shot.
Oh, little dap there. Yeah, you missed that, but they
it's
gave
impressive.
some kudos. It is impressive.
The athleticism of these 4 is really impressive, and you know, it's good to see competitive matches. That's what you want at Junior World Championships.
Well, I just, again, appreciate getting the opportunity to commentate with you. It's great to have your knowledge and insight for a lot of this. It's fun. I could talk racquetball, you know, for days. So I appreciate you having me along.
Yeah, in this environment, as head coach, I don't choose the team. The team chooses itself.
Very true, yeah.
This week really for me is an opportunity to meet the players going, to meet some of the players who may go in future years and maybe don't qualify this year,
sure,
but also to really encourage the players to go.
Power fest here going on. Oh.
Well done. A little guile from Thakur.
Yep. There it was on the replay.
Schultz knew something was coming up. He tried to cover it. 13-11.
Again, they are not out of it. We just
No, this is back and forth.
once.
Jam serve worked. Driving into Gleason. He tried to almost slice it across his body. Brings up match point.
I would like to see game 3. I'm not going to lie.
Well, they have to stop it right here. Oh my goodness, Schultz.
Did not
Gleason.
happen.
Schultz goes for too much, puts it in the floor. And a nice win for Thakur and Shea, who were really tested in this match, winning 15-12, 15-11.
Yeah, it was fun. Like I said, it's nice spending the afternoon with you. Thanks for all you do, not only for this event and the juniors, but for racquetball in general.
Well, the same
takes
goes.
a village, right?
Same goes, Carrie. You put in a lot of work behind the scenes, even just for this tournament with all the juniors. Just a reminder, we got more matches coming up this evening. Big thanks to JTRB as well for being here doing the streaming. We'll be back in a little while once players are warmed up on this court for our next match here at the U.S. National Championships for Juniors.
Good night.